Nu är nya Casumo.com här. Just nu får du dubbelt på kontot och 110 gratis chanser att vinna storkovan. Casumo, ett kasino. Casumo.com.
Alright, man, it looks like it's going to be another B-split push coming up here, standard as could be for the T side.
Yeah, they are getting ready for it right now. They've got two people coming out through the middle, three people through upper dark at the moment. There's a counter-terrorist holding one guy inside the B-bomb site, one guy down towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, that B-slope man on CT side is going to be the linchpin here. T side, they've managed to put the CT smoke down. No support coming in from the A site here for the defense. It's all going to come down to the entry shots here, the man making the plan.
It's getting kind of cold in here.
Yeah, man, did you leave the window open?
I don't think so. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth. You can take the blue, or the red pill, or the green one.
What? There's a green one? Sweet.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Room on Fire and our Caseking, King of Kings tournament going on with Cloud9 and PlanetKey here in a best of 3 games, of course. With us is, of course, Semler. You see him on the camera right there. What's up, Semler?
Doing good, man, doing good. I'm not in an arena match right now using a new skin.
Which skin?
I don't know what you're talking about, Anders.
Oh man, yes. So I mean, that is obviously, you know, one of the highlights of the day, that the new patch came out and that our cartel skin made it in, which we're super excited about. Designed by our very cool designers Hanso and Coyote, who've done a really, really good job. We were super excited about, you know, seeing even if they would make it in, and we didn't hear anything back from Valve. So but that's apparently just how it works. And then this morning they were in after all, so that's super cool. And it's the P250 skin that we're talking about here. That's in the current case, so that's very nice.
I'm waving to the people from the arena. Dude, I know, what a surprise this morning waking up to that. Like, not a word. It's just, oh, by the way, Twitter is blown up. What is going on? And then we actually have the cartel, one of the cartel skins in. So I'm just so happy about that. It's such a dope skin, really. Like, they are just so cool. They come out in game, they look so good. And the best part about that skin is it doesn't really even matter the quality of the skin. You know, factory new or battle scarred, they all look good. So I'm really happy, man. It's good times.
It is going to be pretty exciting. I mean, I'm hoping that I'll get my hands on a stat tracked one at some point, but we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, I'll just have to end up buying it. Ultimately,
wait,
yeah, what?
Honorable mention: the Basilisk skin is pretty dope as well. I actually went ahead and bought that one too, just because both of them are so similar. Like the Basilisk skin, because the M4A1, there's some, you know, a lot of them are like Tron skins. They're kind of just really bright and flashy, and that's why you kind of stick with the Guardian if you wanted something a little, you know, toned down. But then I had no idea. I saw the Basilisk, I was like, what is this? Saw it in game, immediately bought it. It is dope. It also looks really good.
Yeah, I think there's some cool skins in this time, and I had a chance to check out the whole new sort of mission system, and it seems much better than the previous one, where you just get like random missions. So I'm kind of enjoying it, and playing with some of my friends. So it's all right, good times here. So yeah, if you want to go and invest in that, then you obviously can just do it in the game. If you want to check out the other skins from the collection that the cartel one is from, then go to roomonfire.tv/workshop, where you can see what else is in there. Some pretty cool skins in the mix as well. P250 is only one of them, and who knows, maybe in the future there might be more coming as well if it becomes really popular. But I actually think we have, 9 people right now on the server, and you know, just a few more coming. So I'm just gonna switch over to the game because that's easier, and we can just keep talking about everything that's going on here. Amongst other things, remember tonight we're doing a giveaway as well, again, of one of these headsets that I was just wearing, the Beat Phoenix Flow. Comes in 4 different colors. So if you're from Europe, you can stick around and win one of those in the chat. And also a CPU cooler from Alpenfön, which is the Bochen Eco that you saw Semra and I was doing some great acting for. And, oh yeah, go to facebook.com/Caseking Gaming, please, and like that Facebook page. That's our sponsors, and without them it wouldn't be possible to make all of this. So if you enjoy what we've been up to here for a very long time, after all, with the Caseking tournament, then go and like that Facebook page, and we'll definitely appreciate that much. And how many have we got? We do actually have 9 people on the server, so we're almost there, Samla. Almost.
Soon.
Very soon. And Vendetta won't be joining us tonight, in fact, because he's going to New York.
Yeah, he's actually on a New York trip, on a stag trip, man. He's going to a stag party in New York, basically. His words were to make sure that my friend locks his ball and chain or something like that. I was like, damn, man, okay, you're going on a 12-hour flight for that? Great. Don't make it sound too cheerful.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I mean, yeah, and he said he had the cheapest tickets as well, which, speaking from experience, if you're traveling to the US from Europe, you don't want to sit at the back of the plane where there's absolutely no leg room or anything else for 12 hours. That is not fun. Not fun at all. No, man, especially not. I mean, Ben's like as tall as I am, and I hate long flights because it's agony. If you're sitting in coach, you're just sitting there, you know, you're cramped, you can't move, you feel like a... What's something they get, you know, what? Sardines in a can, I guess, to use like the most overkill expression ever, but yeah. Well, that's how it feels, isn't it? Oh, and actually we have the knife round going on, so already we're getting into it. Alright, so if you are just joining us, then big welcome into the show. This is a best-of-3 game between Cloud9 and PlanetKey. The winners get to play Epsilon, and then the winner of that game gets to go on out through the group. So that's how it works out. Already out of the group is NIP here, so we'll see how it all turns out. They're going to be knifing along, and the first map is going to be Dust 2, then it's Mirage, and then... Which is the final map? Why am I blanking on this now? Because I just read it on Skype, so I'm sure I know. Yeah, it's Inferno, of course. So that's pretty much how it is. Nuke banned out by Cloud9, and Cash was banned out by PlanetKey. And nobody wants to play Cobblestone, so it's pretty easy after that. And it's going to be PlanetKey ended up winning here. So not maybe that much of a big deal, but they are going to start on the CT side, which seems to have been the popular choice for pretty much everybody these days. Definitely, I would say Cloud9 are favorites to win it, but I mean, PlanetKey were playing... They were hitting some good shots yesterday against NIP on Dust 2. It's just that NIP were on pretty good form on this map yesterday.
They were. Rare form, man. Rare form. I actually do have to leave and join the server now. Everybody on the server is telling me to leave. Okay, sorry guys. We're going live now. But NIP in particular, man, were in very good form last night. It was a real pleasure to watch just because it's been so long since we've seen them really hit their shots like that on Dust 2. It's been quite a while, in fact. So the addition of Michaelele to the rosters clearly helped them. But Cloud9 definitely not having such a good stretch of it last night. They really suffered. They battled hard versus Epsilon, but Epsilon ended up just kind of trouncing them on Inferno.
Well, we'll have to see if it's going to be different for the North American team, who are boot camping in Europe currently. We're at the QPAD offices in Stockholm. Let's find out. Tropley here, down the middle, trying to take a fight. It will be Alexander to pick up the first headshot on Semphis. It's a good start here for the counter-terrorist side. Shroud taking a lot of damage as well. And he's going to get down by Tropley. Next in line is Hiko. Finally gets a return kill. But it might have almost been a little bit too late here, as they're in a 3-on-4. And Sean Gers is also taking a lot of damage.
Oh. Yeah, they're still trying to find a way in as well. Trubly is now rotated back in through CT, so Hiko's just trying to make a lot of noise over here towards mid doors. There's going to be good coverage here for PlanetKey, though. Cloud9 are kind of hoping to be able to walk in and find one guy on that B site, but there's currently going to be two of them, so life is about to get fairly difficult for the North American team here.
Nex is in a good position with this USPS. If they walk right into this, it could quickly be 2-on-4. And from there on out, it's going to be really, really tough. He's trying, actually. Somehow he's not connecting, but Tropley will be inside, and Sean's almost already dead. It's going to be all down to Hiko here. Basically, a 1-on-4 for him, and he's trying his best to gun it out, but not connecting. Instead, Tropley comes up with a quad kill. Great start for PlanetKey.
Yeah, surprisingly good start, in fact, to see just them manage to shred Cloud9, and then Tropley in particular, man, just keeping it cool. That was just a perfect rotation coming in from PlanetKey, from Trubly in particular, who worked his way from CT all the way up to that window position and then just managed to hold it down on the site. So he kind of used Nex. Now, not to say that he was using him as bait, but it's like, pay attention to Nex on plateau over here while I just pick you out as soon as you get close to the door. And that really couldn't have got any better for PlanetKey.
Well, everybody knows the best way to be the top fragger is to bait out your teammates. It's the, it's the rule number one, right?
Exactly.
Not going to make many friends, but you'll be top fragging for a while at least.
That road to global.
Yeah. All right. Well, in the meantime, Tropley is still down in CT spawn. And actually, it's a lot of investment here on Cloud9. Not just armor and pistols, but also grenades, which is a cool idea. If they manage to put the bomb down on the new side of the bomb site, maybe that could be kind of fun for them, because that way they can just hold it from short. They do have a lot of presence on short right now.
It looks like that's exactly what they're going to go for here, because they have that split. Now they're splitting the A site with the two smokes, so they're going to create a wall blocking off the guys holding from A slope. In the meantime, Shroud tries to work his way out from Longhouse. He's going to get picked up, and they can't even get across Cat right now. Cloud9 are just getting hammered.
Nothing going to go down, and that's a triple kill from Tropley, who's currently then at 7-0-0. So doing a pretty decent job, I would say. I'm just quickly going to change something up here, but that was definitely a pretty impressive hold from PlanetKey.
They found that gap in the smoke. More importantly, Trubly was able to get right there on the edge of Cross so he could look up Cat before that smoke went down. Shroud even shanks nothing in the back, so that's not going to help here for a full eco round on Cloud9's part. But it's pretty much PlanetKey knew exactly where to get, and then they landed the shots. And Cloud9 didn't really have anything going for him. Semphis, with a quick reaction, though, manages to pick off Trubly. That's the first time Trubly has died so far this map.
And you have to wonder if it's necessary for him to be that aggressive in a round where they can be pretty damn sure Cloud9 aren't going to be buying anything. Seems like the kind of round where you want to play a lot more defensively than he just did, because giving up an M4, not just, that could get dangerous is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's definitely a big thing. In anti-eco situations, going alone is usually frowned upon just because of this sort of situation. Now, Semphis has a rifle to use against them. I mean, it's not an AK, but an M4 can do some serious damage. So, PlanetKey really have to tighten up their defense now.
See if Semphis can actually make this work. Already a headshot on Alexander. That wasn't even from Semphis, so they're going to jump down and try and find him here. Semphis will pick up the kill eventually, and the M4 is going to be used against Stavros. He goes down on long, and now it's down to Nex and Struxy here, or Strux, and this is going to be pretty tricky for them here. As the bomb goes down, Cloud9 are going to have a really good chance of coming really quickly into the game again.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shroud kind of throws himself into the blender there needlessly. Flash comes in. Strugs just trying to take the fight with Hiko, and he's going to get the job done on Cat, but there's 2 members still alive here for Cloud9. And Semphis is still alive. Crossfire set up here, and nothing manages to catch him in the back. Next goes down, and it's all down to Strugs now on Cat.
Triple kill from Semphis. Very nicely handled here. Yeah, he hasn't got a kit picked up currently. The bomb is actually planted, not in the default, but a little bit further up, I think. So maybe they can actually cover it slightly from long. It seems like that's what Cloud9 have planned to do here. Strux trying to find an opening on somebody who's going to walk right in and nothing will take him down. And Cloud9, they bring it back off of 1 stolen M4 that Trobley managed to give them. So the 7 kills, I mean, this seems like Trobley's, you know, like he's definitely doing really well, 7-0-1. But that 1 death had such a big impact on this first half here.
Exactly right. I mean, that's right there. We can see why going in alone, you can get punished pretty hard for that. And then Cloud9 also made the right call to go towards long as well, just finding the sole member there for PlanetKey holding. So really just, you know, good decision after good decision afterwards led to Cloud9 picking up that round. And now sitting on full rifles, full buy for his PlanetKey. They're going to be able to afford rifles, but they are somewhat limited on the nades right now. So this is going to be a tough round for them to hold.
It definitely will. I'm kind of glad they did go for this this buy up here, because on Dust 2 you can get away a little bit more on the CT side with not having a bunch of smoke grenades. It makes something easy if you have, but you don't have to have them like you do on Inferno, for instance. So I don't mind PlanetKey going for this one.
It really comes down to the entries again. And it looks like it's going to be an A split from Cloud9 as the smoke starts to clear on Cat. Good time flash there comes in to slow Cloud9 down. But really, it's going to be the push out long now and all down to Alex and Trubley. Trubley getting caught with the nade in hand isn't going to help things, but Alex is alive in the pit, and now Cloud9 know.
Yeah, but he wasn't quick enough there to spot the kill. Oh, Hiko as well. What are they doing? Just landing nothing but headshots here on the North American side. Obviously, Shroud's triple here in this round pretty much seals the deal for Cloud9. So, yeah, I mean, an entry frag is good, but getting 3 of them that's pretty nice.
That was perfect. Shroud, man. He walks in, hits the man Alex holding in pit, pulls a 180, and lands a second headshot on the man holding in Goose. So, Shroud pretty much clearing up long single-handedly there. Not too bad from him. They haven't really tracked down where Nex is hiding either, though, but Nex, it's unlikely that they find him unless Hiko decides to run into suicide. He's probably going to go hunting into T-spawn, so it's going to be a little bit here. Nex has some pretty good chances, or pretty good odds of living through this round and holding onto that gun. And that would make a pretty big difference, actually, for PlanetKey to have even just 1 rifle to hold with. They can put him towards B site, he can hold that solo, and it would be a pretty decent situation.
Yeah, definitely would be good if, I mean, just like Tropley's lost gun, one safe rifle can also make a pretty big difference. So we'll see how it all pans out here. Still, I mean, this is 5 rounds into the game, and nobody's picked up an AWP yet. So just a small sort of point of reference. And it's worth pointing out, because when we see teams like you know, Titan or LDLC or something play on these maps, they will be picking up those ults really quickly. But so far they're cool with just having the AKs on the terrorist side, and they seem to be working as well. Sean picking up that kill with the grenade on Tropley and hiding it. Well, coming up now, actually. Next is going to be boosted up into the side. I'm not sure that's going to make a big difference right here. He tries his best. Actually lands that shot on Hiko, but still going to be falling, well, still going to be reboosted, in fact.
Yeah, and he almost catches Shroud off guard. Shroud going to take this fight eventually. Next, looking for the headshot. Good duck and crouch coming out from Shroud to stay alive. And he's bought enough time for his mates to get the backstab in. So Strugs and Nex just get caught in the blender. And Cloud9, man, they're really looking like they're starting to gather some steam here. Second speed bump for them, though, is going to be PlanetKey's buy now.
What do you think, Samler? I mean, I sort of always wonder about stuff like that, because if you save that rifle 1 round, I appreciate the fact that, I mean, that you go to some bomb site and hang out and try and hope that they come. Maybe if they come, you can mow them all down. But they tried to take that fight 2-on-4, so it sort of feels like if they saved it the first round, it makes sense to try and save it again.
Sure. I mean, you know that you're going to buy it in the next round. That's the one thing. So
yeah.
He knows that he's going to be buying in the next round, regardless of whether he holds onto the rifle or not. And really, you're just talking about like holding on, getting a few nades, getting a kit, that sort of thing, right? So It's not. It's kind of up in the air. If you can do some economic damage to Cloud9 as well, when you know you're guaranteed a gun in the next round, it's not a bad deal. Just the fact that they pretty much get nothing from it, that's when it hurts for PlanetKey rather.
Well, right now it looks like Cloud9 are at least looking to see if they can get some information about what's going on in the middle. Not really fully committing to it, just noticing that there's nobody stacked up, there's no one behind the doors waiting. So if they want to go up short, they're not going to run into any kind of those tower stacks that we saw a lot of from NIP yesterday. And they work pretty well. So Cloud9 know that's not happening. Stavros is right at the edge here. And he's got to be careful his gun barrel doesn't show, because that will be such a clear sign. In fact, I'm wondering if nothing already could have seen it. No, he's a little bit further back than that.
Yeah, he's looking in different directions. Spray from nothing. Lives. They do manage the 1-for-1 trade, though, and it is going to be a quick push-up cat here. Cloud9 not wasting any time, but they lose Shroud, who's trying to work his way out through long, so it comes down to the 3 remaining members here who are alive on cat.
A nice pick off from Alex R. Looking to do a little bit more here, but now there is that AWP, and the thunder from Sean Gares is going to force Alex R back. He doesn't want to take that fight at such a long range. Trotley goes down as well, and Sean is still, well, actually unscopes just the last second there, and it's going to get him killed. Semphis goes down before the bomb even gets planted, so a really good retake from PlanetKey, and just generally a good defense to begin with. That was, that's the kind of rounds they need a lot more of.
Yeah, that was a bit touch and go there. Bad luck for Sean Gares to look away just as Alex comes around the corner at long. So that was kind of a shame, especially since he was going to smoke off short. That could have bought a bit more time there for Cloud9. But more importantly, that incendiary that went down and cut up Cloud9, cut them in half pretty much. It dropped Semphis. Semphis was the last man with the bomb on cat, so you couldn't actually get onto that site with his mates to get that bomb plant early. He had to come in after, and then it just wasn't possible anymore. PlanetKey had enough time to rotate in and get the kills.
Trotley hiding in the corner, and he's going to go down to Hiko. A little bit of wallbang going on from some of Hiko's teammates before that even went in. And look at this. Actually, Cloud9, sorry, PlanetKey doing very much like what NIP were doing yesterday, which is once the mid push comes out, they actually just try and see if they can smoke off the doors and hold the bomb site that way. But Cloud9 are not in a hurry, and in fact, they're going back. They're leaving Shroud here. This is a very, very, very strange strat that we're seeing here from Cloud9. This is not a very common way of handling things. And Nex has no idea, but he's still going to pick up the kill anyway. And now Cloud9 might have wasted a little bit too much of their own time.
No, Cloud9 are definitely pulling things out on the fly here. Hiko's going to be the one working out long. Alex is waiting around that corner, but Hiko can't see him in time. And this is all down to Stavros now, who's going to be alive on this site alone. 1v3. They're pushing up on Cat. He gets the instant headshot on Semphis. Nearly gets the job done right there. But it's a 3-on-3, and the Molotov goes down to buy even more time.
Grenade there from Nex is a perfect connect, but there's still 25 seconds here. It's a 2-on-2. It's not quite over yet. Nothing's got to be careful. He's very low on health. A grenade could do wonders here. It's not going to happen. Alex R close with the M4. One bullet on nothing is going to be enough, and actually will be the follow-up grenade there from Strux to take him down. So now it's pretty much all on Sean. He can't connect with it.
Yeah, that's it. They're getting picked apart right now, Cloud9. Doesn't really seem like they're able to... Well, a couple of shots missed there by Sean. But it doesn't really seem like they're able to control the situation once they actually get up onto a site. That was also kind of touch and go, though. The whole adaptation as to where they decided to take the bomb after that initial smoke goes down, blocking them out of the B site.
Well, I'm not even sure if it couldn't have worked actually if they pushed quickly. I think the way that should have worked is they push in quick, put the bomb down, and then all of a sudden Shroud's position hiding over at the middle. Instead of Nex coming out of that bomb site and has time to look around, he's kind of focused on A, and then maybe he doesn't check as thoroughly. It seemed like that was just taking way too long for Cloud9. I wouldn't say that could never work. It's just that, and actually it could even be an adaptation that could start working if it becomes really popular, like it seems to, smoking off the doors. Then sort of instead of trying to fight for B, you just decide, all right, if you guys are gonna hide in B, we'll take control of middle and push A instead.
Sure, it's just like I'm not a huge fan of where they left Shroud. I mean, it is cool. It's kind of an awkward position though, because it really is down to chance as to, you know, if you have to watch CT or if you have to watch towards B. I mean, higher odds of them coming out of B. But it's still a little bit of an awkward position to leave him in when they could just kind of regroup and play as 5 rather than just leave him lurking.
Yeah, certainly didn't work out for them at any rate. But they will be able to at least, you know, buy up in this round, although it's not a full buy. No AWP on Sean this time. They're going to be pushing out onto long. A little bit of a delayed push here. Good headshot from Shroud to start off with. And now the grenade here is going to finish off. No, it won't. And actually, Alex stays alive. Chopley's next in line, and he gets 2 kills in return. I have no idea how they survived that grenade to begin with. So now it's a 2-on-2, and another retake coming in here for the PlanetKey team.
Oh, and Struggs misses his HE. That would have been perfect. That would have landed right on top of Hiko. Instead, now Hiko's going to be able to get up onto this site, get this plant. Next, catches Sean looking the wrong way, though. So it is now, once again, Hiko alone, 1v2. Story of Cloud9's life right now.
Great flashbangs, and oh, Hiko's going to go down. Next, landing that shot without a moment's hesitation. And some really good follow-up grenades there from PlanetKey once the bomb was down. So the German team actually playing pretty well. That's 3 rounds in a row for them after the 3 that PlanetKey got. And I'm guessing that they could probably force it up again, actually. I was going to say maybe they should eco at some point. But if they really want to, Cloud9, they could buy. And that's actually something we've seen some of the American teams do quite a bit, is just buying a lot.
It's all over the place, really, actually. I mean, Cloud9, I buy power. It's really kind of their calling card, I guess. Just run in, buy as much as you can, keep the pressure up. Only problem is that, they are still able to get quite a few nades in on this. So it's not the end of the world, actually. Pretty decent buy, all things considered. And they are keeping these rounds close as far as the kills, so PlanetKey aren't really able to develop much of an economy of their own. So long as Cloud9 can afford to get a reasonable buy-in, then it's not too bad a situation for them.
They keep getting really good openings down on long, but then once they try and push further up, they just lose too many people, essentially. Alex R's going to go down as well, so that's an even better opening. Now, 3-on-4, they have plenty of time. If they want to, they don't have to commit to, or if they don't want to, they don't have to commit to long here. They could do whatever they want, and especially with Sean, actually. Is he going to go and check the B-bomb site before they move?
I'm curious if they're going to be able to wrap back around with him, or if he's going to just try and come in through long, or rather through mid doors here. Doesn't look like he's too interested in the B side. He could potentially catch Trubley off guard here, actually. Trubley is pushing his way down Cat right now. Sean Gares looks like he's going to be the one to actually... No, Trubley stops. Okay, so what is going on here? Trubley is just deciding to hold the angle.
So close to each other, and none of them know it just yet. One jump here from Sean would be fatal. Trubley would instantly figure it out. Nexus right at the edge, over by long as well. Molotov is going to go off. Don't think it's going to catch anyone, but might buy just a little bit of time. Trubley... No, actually, it's going to be next being shot. Sean finally comes out of the middle here. Trubley's alive up on short. Strux is all the way over at B, so they know exactly where Trubley is right here. He's covering the bomb as well. Gets a headshot in finally. Semphis will end him. And now let's see if Cloud9 can get around on the board. They really need it.
Yeah, at this point, this is crucial. And they needed it to be cleaner than this. They needed 3 guys to be alive here, at least for Cloud9. 2 of them means there's going to be a bit of a force, but Struggs...
He has a grenade.
He could go for the shot. If he just goes for the jump right here.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Really?
Sean. Oh, he makes it out alive, and Strux is now in a lot of trouble, and he's going to end up surviving. That grenade could have very easily killed him, but I think it bounced against the steps right here instead of actually landing all the way back at Goose. So, yes, Cloud9, they finally get around him, but it's not easy for them getting these rounds. PlanetKey are really playing well.
PlanetKey are making them work. Cloud9 also going with nothing really crazy coming out of Cloud9 though. I mean, apart from snap decisions, right? The one to back off from B mid. It seems like Cloud9 are really just going by the seat of their pants round after round. They're just running up Cat, running out long, and crossing their fingers. There's nothing really complicated coming out of the North American team right now.
Well, PlanetKey, in spite of winning all those consecutive rounds, are actually in a position where they have to eco here. So that's really unfortunate for them, obviously. When you win 3 rounds in a row, you're kind of hoping that you have enough of a bank to keep buying. But they were close rounds from Cloud9's point of view. They ended up in almost all the time 2-on-2s or 1-on-1s. So, yeah, a lot of money being spent by the German team.
Mm-hmm. No, they're really just... kind of slowing things down, really, but this is going to be it. The big opportunity here for Cloud9 to just run away with the rest of this half. PlanetKey spending everything they've gone after that eco. Cloud9, if they can get another eco out of PlanetKey, it seems like they're going to have some good money on their side. So let's see what they can do here. It looks like it's just going to be a fast push out long, but there's 4 members here for PlanetKey on the A site.
Still, the opening goes in favor of nothing. He follows it up. He almost gets a triple. Finally going to go down. And Strux will fall. So next in line up on Catwalk, it's Trubley. He sprays down 1, 2, 3. It's going to be another kill on Sean Cares. Nicely handled from Trubley. That's 20 bullets divided across 3 players. It's not easy to get that many kills with the M4A1, but Trubley did it. And he's currently rocking 16 kills. I think he just saved PlanetKey. That opening on long was just so good for Cloud9. And then... it all crumbled.
I don't even know. They were all looking the wrong way. They were all looking back towards lower dark mid. I mean, it was... I guess they were just waiting to get flashed in, but that flash never really happened. No idea what happened there for Cloud9. They had that round in the bag, especially after nothing getting the double frag on long. That severely weakened the defense for PlanetKey. If Cloud9 could have only just maybe traded 1-for-1 on Cat, that could have been their situation.
Hiko's just spraying through the smoke over at B, and somehow Nex just sort of wandered right into it. That really looked funny, I'm sorry. That was a good moment.
You're laughing at Nex's, sad fate. You're heartless, Anders.
I know. I can't help myself. Semp is going to take the next kill on Strux, and if nothing else, Cloud9 are getting some great openings. It feels like the follow-ups is what's missing, and like Semp walking in and dying alone is definitely not necessary. Coming up from behind here is Alexar, and he gets a kill with the C-75, waiting for a little bit more, but he's going to go down to nothing. Again, it should be a very winnable round from here on out, but they're taking fights in middle.
Yeah, now they're actually getting bogged down in mid, and Stavros is going to be able to rotate over to that A site to cut them off at Cat. Cloud9, they still have 45 seconds left, so there's still plenty of time for them to make a decision. Trubly is actually going to push recklessly into Upper Dark right now. He's looking to catch them behind. He could potentially hit that timing fear to just go into Lower Dark a little bit faster. Sean Garris is lurking behind with the bomb, and they're just barely going to avoid each other.
It's so close. But now they still have to deal with Stavros. If they're not quick here, they're going to get backstabbed anyway. Grenade is going to rain out. It's going to force them to spend a little bit more time than they want to. And Sean is about to get shot in the side of the head by Tropley. So, I mean, there's a very clear pattern that's starting to evolve. Most teams, when they start failing on the terror side of almost any map, it's very easy to sort of say, all right, well, they're not getting the entry frags, so they can't really do much. Well, Cloud9 are getting all the entry frags. And then afterwards, they just can't connect with the rounds. So that's actually a little bit of a worrying sign.
That's a real problem right now. I'm not really sure what to make of what Cloud9 are going for here. They're kind of just running in and dying. And, It's going to be a round of eco now for Cloud9. PlanetKey quickly running away with this half. Truly just going to continue his dominance. Shots going out. He doesn't seem to care, and he's going to pick up another frag.
Being boosted up again into the bomb side is Tropley. Looking for the opening. Sprays a hell of a lot and only gets the one kill in, but it might have been enough anyway. They are in a pretty good position. That grenade is going to delay the bomb plant a little while longer, and now there's going to be no bomb plant as Hiko is the only one left. So that's another big deal. And actually, for once, PlanetKey also come up with a lot of us alive. So not only do they deny the bomb plant, they also make sure that they have a lot more money to spend themselves. So good job.
Exactly right. And right now, it's just kind of Cloud9 fumbling along. 14 rounds now on the board. Cloud9 going to spend everything they have here in this important round, because this is it. If they were to lose this one, they're going to be in a force buy situation for the next. So PlanetKey, they're on the brink perhaps of 10-5 in Cloud9 at the end of the first half. This is some fantastic CT play out of PlanetKey. Truly is just hitting everything.
A look at Stavros walking right into the middle and catches Sean off guard. And I was going to say, if he plays it smartly, he just falls back from here on out. He's going to get a little bit of backup from Alexar. They're looking for the opening, but just taking some damage. But that's enough. You push up, you get one kill. You can easily fall back and just play it safe. So, I don't know. I'm truly impressed by the German team.
It's just unadulterated aggression round after round, and it just seems to be going their way, which is sometimes what we see happen on Dust 2, where teams on the CT side, a lot of it can be guesswork on CT side. You can just try to decide when to push in through mid into Upper Dark, and if Lady Luck decides to give you a little bit of a wink, you know, things can go your way really decisively. Flash into Cat, that's going to clear it up. Stavros manages to chase them back, but now there's two of them here, and Stavros could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, they're going to spot Tropley first, and then Stavros is going to be there. It's an opening kill for Tropley, and they don't even get flashed. This is just a very nice setup from PlanetKey. Very simple, very easy to spot for those of us who have X-ray, but obviously Cloud9 are in a bit of a trouble, or well, in a bit of a pickle here. Hiko's going to be the only one left, 1-on-4, and he doesn't check that corner quick enough, so 9-5.
Yeah, is right. Is very right. They don't even get into a plant situation there, Cloud9, so this is just going to be a force buy out of them. No bonus money. That $800 would go a long way right now towards them having rifles with some nades. Instead, it's going to be 3 CZs, 2 rifles, and now we get to see Cloud9 go for the full YOLO. Hiko's going for the double flash out long. He's looking for the shot. He's looking to just get here as quickly as possible.
Yeah, but counterflash coming out from Star Wars seem to be working really well. The follow-up grenade, he pushes around the corner, and Hiko is already down. Good return from Sean Guest, but there's still a bunch of people over here from the PlanetKey team. Chotley being one, very low on health, and Alex is now trapped, but he's shooting his way out. He finally goes down, and then the advantage should still be with the counter-terrorist side, as the bomb especially is all the way up on short. They're going to have to try and go and pick it up, and Struxy might even get there before they do.
Yeah, he will get there, in fact. They're going to try and nade him out of here. Sean Garris has got that AWP now, so this is going to be pretty useful for him. If Struggs decides to push up, in the meantime, well... Oh, right, okay, I see what happened. The nade actually kills off Sean Garris. I was like, how did Sean Garris die if he just landed that shot? But the nade midair catches on, so there's no living through it for him. But I don't know, Anders, what do you think? 6 rounds T-side, do you think that's enough for Cloud9?
I actually think it can be, weirdly. I think on the way that Dust plays out these days, it can actually be enough for them. But if I was Cloud9, I'd be pretty disappointed. I actually think they could have done a lot more, considering the entry facts that they got. This should have been the sort of game where Cloud9 actually finished it like 10-5 in their favor, and not 9-6 in PlanetKey's favor. So, based on the entries at least.
Well, looks like right now PlanetKey are looking... This may be a B-split push here, because the bomb should be making its way up dark. There we go. We see it making its way there now. And they're going to try and wrap around through mid-doors here. Flash through, but Cloud9 are stacked up.
So nice entry from Nex. Opens up on Semphis. Sean can't find the entry through. Hiko has to land some great headshots, but if they delay, you're right, the bomb is coming in from upper as well. Hiko's going to go down. Shroud all the way in the back. No chance at all. The run-and-gun Glock train, just a little bit too much to handle, and a nice, just a nice push coming out from PlanetKey.
Just looking amazing right now. Now it's going to be a 2-on-3 retake. Luckily for Cloud9, they're right outside the doors. The bomb hasn't been planted yet. They're trying to make sounds, trying to fake it out, trying to fake a reaction from Cloud9, but that bomb will eventually get planted, and nothing can't really do anything to stop it. Although he will get the run-and-gun. 1-for-1 trade, though, and nothing is alone, and he will get cut apart.
Yeah, it's a nice attempt, but retaking it like that is just so difficult. So, I mean, they had to try something now. Question is, what are Cloud9 going to do? Because we know a bunch of the European teams right here would go for 2 scouts and then armor pistol on everyone else. There's 1 scout. All right, it's going to be just the 1 scout. Fair enough. I'm still kind of happy they did that.
That's what we're wondering now, mate. Is it the Sean Garris scout or not?
Well, he's jumping with it, looking over middle, just like NIP did. So, they definitely have learned something from being in Europe here. Maybe they already knew it, but yeah, boot camping in Europe should be a you know, a strengthening experience for Cloud9 in the long run.
Should be giving them something. I mean, they've got a great facility where they're at right now. They're here in Stockholm, so they're going to be able to play against the best. A lot of teams are getting some practice in right now, even if a couple of them have taken a break. Cloud9 right now, they are the ones who are definitely scratching their heads wondering what we have to do here, because this is going to be basically PlanetKey with a huge opportunity to run away with the game. It's going to be 19 rounds before Cloud9 can buy, unless they can win this round. A huge upset that would be, at least with how things have gone so far in this after the first half.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually the map I believe that that Cloud9 picked as well. Dust too. So I'm pretty sure PlanetKey picked Mirage, which makes it really interesting. As I said, the North American team should be the favorites here, but PlanetKey are playing like they are. And they're getting the results as well. Star Wars leading the charge with the Tech-9. 1 click away on Shroud. And then, well, the follow-up here from Hiko, a little bit less exciting, but still very cool stuff. Semphis is going to get 2 very good kills in return. But it still might not be enough for them to win the round. They do not have a defuse kit, and they have no grenades to try and retake with.
No, they're very limited in what they can do. Cloud9 are still right outside, so they are very close. But at this point, it's almost a question of them backing off with the guns, and that's what they're going to do. Rather than try and attempt the retake here on B site, which means running into choke points when they're already tagged up. I mean, Semphis is practically dead on his feet. Better for Cloud9 to actually back off and hold on to a lot of this gear. This is actually going to give them a pretty strong chance. I wouldn't even be surprised to see them go for a force buy in the next round off of these 3 rifles.
Oh man, yeah, maybe they will. I mean, they kind of do need to do something at least. So I guess we'll find out. Yeah. At least armor was being purchased on 1.
CZs, I mean, Hiko, Shroud.
Alright, I think there's just one person who had enough for a little bit of armor. So
really, they're gonna go halvesies on this?
yeah. I almost wanted them. Yeah, I kind of agree. I would have loved to have seen them just going all in here. But Tropley's going to get a really good opening. Sean looking for the headshot in the middle, but he's not going to get it. He does leg Alexar, which is still pretty good, but they need to make this work. They really do. 12-6. At that point, PlanetKey's doubling the round score of Cloud9, and only then are they going to really start buying rifles.
This is where PlanetKey would get to just run up. A bit surprised that nothing was a little late there to back up Semphis. No opportunity for him to get a refrag there. It was kind of just like Semphis is dead, and there's nothing can do about that, no matter how odd that sounds.
Yeah, Shroud in the middle. CZ in hand is going to be going down. He did try for a little bit of aggression, and Hiko, maybe he's going to have more luck with it. He's got 12 bullets for the 4 players that are coming into the middle, and he picks up 2 more bullets left. He has to reload. Grenade, and then nothing to follow up. Great teamwork. Oh, man. There's definitely going to be some high-fiving going on. Hiko's got to get out of the grenade range, but he can't. He blows up, practically walks into it. Troubly trying to clutch it here for PlanetKey, and that would be such a steal if he does, but he won't. Nothing will take him down, and Cloud9 will win it back, even with the half-buy. They did it.
Cloud9 winning on all these anti-eco rounds, basically. What is going on here? All of a sudden, it's like, okay, yeah, half-buy with some CZs, great, we'll make it work, no problem. And PlanetKey, they have got to be shaking their heads. That's a big opportunity they just lost to get a huge lead. Now Cloud9 have a full buy going in. PlanetKey are the ones who are struggling economically. This could be a big opportunity here for Cloud9 to turn things around. They are going for a standard hold on Cloud9's side as well. Not really putting up too much of a fight mid. Focusing more on the sights.
Yeah, they really don't have a lot. I mean, Tropley's got body armor, and that's about it. But Shroud is landing nothing but headshots in the middle. That's 3 of them. He's still got 9 bullets. He's going for a little bit more pistol. He's finally low enough that he wants to fall back, and teammates are coming to help him out anyway. Next, we'll get the first kill of the round here for PlanetKey, but it won't be enough to really do anything else. So 11-8 now. I mean, I'd say Cloud9 have somehow sort of made it back into this game now. I mean, they could definitely win it at this point.
They could turn it around. I mean, PlanetKey now are the ones who are very low on funds. Limited nades for them. This is an opportunity for Cloud9 to go. I'm curious to see if Cloud9 now are going to try and change up the pace a little bit and go for some aggression of their own. Because so far they've kind of gone with... Okay, so we can see here, 2 to B early, 3 to long. And this time around they're putting 2 up on Cat fairly quickly here. Unfortunately for them, this is the round that PlanetKey decides to rush out long house, so it really doesn't work. But if they can crush this offense on the Cat push, this is going to be a good situation for Cloud9.
They do manage to trade favorably. Smokes go off, but Sean actually has an opening here. He does spot 1 leg inside that smoke. The grenade follow-up won't really do much. Maybe the Molotov will. It's at least going to prevent the PlanetKey from planting in some of the spots here, but I think they can still go for the default, yeah. No, actually, look at that. The fire spreads, and it's going to buy a little bit more time. Maybe it could be precious seconds here where PlanetKey, could force some more on a Cloud9. And they're going to try and do a full retake from short.
All 3 of them going short as well. Smoke is going to clear. Checking the likely spots. They've realized that PlanetKey are a bit cheeky when it comes to hiding. But it is going to be Cloud9 just walking out, and Shroud just walking out alone. And they walk out one after another. Some bumping going on there between Hiko and Shongares as well. Shongares, he had that AWP. He was looking to find a shot. But Shroud just ends up walking out onto Cat and faces 3 rifles. There's nothing that Cloud9 can do about that.
Yeah, kind of hard to deal with, really. I don't know. I mean, there's a reason why most teams don't actually try and retake. When you have a 3-on-3 like this, try and retake everyone from short like this. They could have also been... I think they could have known that the bomb wasn't planted for short anyway, which means trying to retake from long probably would have made, a little bit more sense, having 2 people long and 1 person short, something like that. I feel like they could have planned that retake a little bit better on the Cloud9 side.
Yeah, that was some moments of hesitation there. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but that was definitely a little odd. At least nothing is going to find the entry frag this time around for Cloud9. Bring it back their way a little bit, but that hasn't even seemed to help them in the past. Cloud9 are going to have to really step up their game here if they want to have a chance of picking up this first map in this best of 3. At this point, giving PlanetKey a map advantage is almost a scary situation, considering Cloud9, you should think, are the heavily favored team going into this match. PlanetKey are putting up way too much of a fight. Cloud9, I think, are getting a bit caught off guard.
They feels like it right now, but a good opening being brought to Cloud9 by nothing. And in the middle, Shroud, he really is extremely good at hitting these headshots, but he's going to go down. Maybe I cursed him a little bit. Hiko going to try and follow up. Sprays down one. Can't quite find the second kill, but up from behind is going to be nothing coming in, flashing his way through and picking up the triple kill, putting himself at 16. Still quite far away from catching up to Tropley, who's at 24 kills, which in itself is pretty damn impressive, but they have still accomplished something similar, because now PlanetKey don't have any money.
I'm really surprised. You know what's more surprising, Anders?
What is it?
Is that Hiko's using an M4A1.
Oh. For some reason I thought you were going to say something completely different. Oh. It sounded like you were about to propose or something. I was like, what's
you
going
know,
on?
Anders, we don't need to speak the words. But Hiko is a guy who like swears by the M4A4, so I'm surprised that he's gone for an M4A1. I mean, he was like the guy who's just like, I need those extra 10 bullets to spray.
Oh,
now
grenade follow-up here. It's going to land on everybody. That grenade must have done more than 100 damage combined. They still do lose Semphis, but I mean, that was kind of beautiful anyway. Nothing. Trying to see if he can get in here. The bomb will be going down, so already PlanetKey definitely making it work. Just the kill and the bomb plant, that's a good investment for them here in the round. It's a good grenade, though. But yes, I agree with what you're saying about Hiko. Actually, I feel slightly betrayed, because I'm one of those people who really can't use the M4A1. It doesn't work for me. I'm not accurate enough. I need the extra bullets.
There's something satisfying about, you know, pew-pew lasers. I just picked up the M4A1 when it came out, never turned back. That was it. It's way too cool. And now that the Basilisk skin is out, the Basilisk skin looks too dope. Can't turn it away now.
All right. I see. I
feel like, you know, with that one, with the like that patina on it, feels like you should be in plate mail or something. You know, just like an armor swinging a sword in someone's face. Except that sword is my M4A1.
Are they going to try and go for this? Yeah, they're going to push through the smoke into the B-bomb site. This is a full-on B-rush coming out, and Cloud9 don't seem to be ready for it, although Hiko, he makes up for it in the last second and takes down 2 people. Sean's also killed somebody from the double doors. Hiko doing ring around the rosy on that box. I have no idea what he just tried to do, but it certainly looked impressive, and now it's going to be down to Struxy alone here. 1-on-3. He trades places with the rest of the Cloud9 team and dies in the doorway as nothing tries to spray through the smoke, so a hugely confusing round. It goes in favor of Cloud9.
See, Anders, that's what I'm saying. Pew-pew lasers.
Pew-pew lasers.
Hiko, man. And, you know, okay, well, actually, my theory just goes out the window. I was thinking perhaps, you know, we've seen teams do this in the past. They'll stick to one rifle, right? And either they decide M4A1 or M4A4 for economic reasons, but then Shroud has to ruin it all by going for an M4A4.
Yeah. If Shroud is doing it, it must be correct.
Yeah, but then I would have said the same for Hiko, and now Hiko's not doing it. What is going on? What is going on? Truebly hits a sick headshot on Semphis.
It's good, but I'm not sure it's going to be good enough here. They only take down Semphis, and Hiko does end up with a triple kill. I mean, going by score right now, he is doing a little bit better than Shroud, who's at 14. 18 on Hiko, 20 on nothing. Truebly still some distance away. Alex has picked up an AW. He has a pretty banned spawn for it, no matter where he wants to go, which is always annoying. It looks like Sean anyway is going to be going long, so probably Alex is going to be opening middle, and Sean is just going to go and take a look over at long, so no chance for a fight just yet.
No, they're not going to be clashing, that's for sure right now. It's going to be actually... Are they going for it again? They're going for another B-rush, straight up out through the smoke, and this time Stavros is actually doing some damage.
Yeah. Hiko is actually going to be going down. That's the second kill from Stavros. Pretty nicely handled. Semphis is very fast up behind. They might not realize this. Nice pop flash here from nothing. Gets himself into the back of the bomb site. This is crazy play coming out from him, but just what we expect. He picks up 2 kills, and now Alex R is going to be left alone. He gets the kill on the first guy, but has to do a lot more.
He has to win the duel versus Sean Gares. Flash is going in, but they're pretty much ineffective. Alex hits a sick shot on the Sean. He misses the final flick. He hits 2 flicks before that on nothing in Sean Gares, but the final one, third time, was not the Charmanders. He cannot do it.
So close. I mean, I would say in terms of how effective their B-rushes are, it's actually, I mean, this time around was pretty impressive. Because normally you just get shut down. That smoke that goes off is the most standard smoke on Dust 2, basically, and trying to push through it it's almost always fatal, so they did something right. Now it's a double AWP setup with Hiko being one of the AWPs.
Hiko being an AWP as well, and he's not even holding B alone. either. What you'd expect with an AWP, right? Holding upper dark. He's actually holding mid right now, and it's going to be Sean Gares who's holding towards long. This is interesting, but we've got a double setup in long house. Nothing pushed very far forward here, up into the house, holding in case Trubley decides to come through here. But Trubley, same thing, and nothing pushes out, but that flash is ineffective.
Yeah, a nice attempt, but not really good enough at this point. Stavros, or Struxy, sorry, is going to take down Semphis, leaving Sean with an AWP alone on the bomb side. I mean, PlanetKey know what's up here. They know they've killed 2 people at long, probably only giving 1 left, and that one person is Sean. He's already taken down 1 with the AWP. Could he do a little bit more? He flicks, he misses, and now they're coming for him. And fast as well. He's going to go down. Hiko will actually switch up for an M4 and take down Alex.
Oh, and he's not going to be able to last much longer than that. It's going to be down to Shroud now, who's boxed into CT. Going to be a little bit early with that nade, but then he catches Trubley out. Great 180, Shroud. He's now in a 1v2. They've still got him boxed, but he's dropped the bomb up on Cat, and he realized that. Looks like he wants to change up his position. He realizes he has some time to move here.
Shroud is such a crazy good player, so I'm not surprised they managed to get that 180 in, but it looks damn impressive when he does it. He is going to go down to next, though. Smart position here from the German player by those barrels. And Chopley will pick up another triple kill, so not quite enough here in that 1-on-3. Pretty tough position now. It's 13-13. This game is getting closer and closer, and it's only the first map right now. And if Cloud9 lose this round, they won't really have enough money to keep buying. Maybe nothing could drop for somebody. He's got a bank going on, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's the only one. No AWP picked up again here, though, for Cloud9. It seems like Sean Gares, he wants to go for the rifles. He's not too confident in his opping ability. Whereas Alex, he's definitely got his op. He's one of those guys who will go straight up for the sniper rifle every time consistently. So Cloud9 really expecting the B split to come through here from PlanetKey. They've got 3 guys sitting in mid. Quite a bit of focus to be putting on this one side of the map.
Yeah, it is. The grenade going to rain down here. They're going to go for a slightly delayed boost tower, just like we saw earlier, the Noah tower, and it's going to work great here as Sean sprays right through and takes down Strux. PlanetKey don't have a lot of money either, just to point that out. It's not like if they lose this round, they're going to be really happy.
No, and certainly because that's going to reset their loss bonus, so you're right. They're going to be very sad. Very, very sad if this actually goes Cloud9's way. And it's looking pretty likely here. Cloud9 actually have that man advantage going into this. Semphis is close to the mid doors, and he's going to catch Alexar. Insta-kill there, but Trubley does manage to return with a frag.
Yeah, but is it going to be quite enough? They got very little time. The bomb is down in the middle. If Stavros dies, how are they going to get the bomb into the bomb site? That's what I'm wondering. Hiko's going to walk right in, and he catches Stavros. Has to... What? How does he not get that kill? Oh no, Hiko, if they lose this round, that's going to come back to haunt him for quite a while. Sean goes down. 18 seconds here. Hiko gets dropped by Nex, and nothing in the middle is going down as well. Chopley with a triple, Nex with a double. Chopley dropping 32 kills in 28 rounds. And now Cloud9 are in a very strange spot.
Cloud9 must be feeling like they're in the Twilight Zone right now, man. I don't know. Like, their bullets, all of a sudden, they're turning to, like, marshmallows halfway there. They just aren't doing any damage. Hiko missing kills that you would never expect Hiko to miss. It's very odd what we're seeing from Cloud9 right now. Just struggling with some very easy frags and also making some odd decisions as to leaving bomb sites unattended when they don't have eyes on the bomb itself. So, tricky play coming out from Cloud9, and it's not really paying off for them. Now it's advantage PlanetKey. Cloud9, if they lose this round, that's pretty much the map because they're going to be forcing... I mean, they forced up this round, but they're going to be forcing up in the next one if they were to lose this one.
That's what it's down to here. It's time to go big, or at least, well, go to the next map. That's pretty much what it is. Grenade down the middle. Nothing taking some damage, but again, a more standard setup coming out from Cloud9. Last time they had a lot of emphasis on mid, and that wasn't enough. Hiko, it's going to look like he wanted to flash himself through, but he's just going to be taking it cool and slow.
Cool and slow, relaxed, pace himself, you know, that sort of thing, right? But,
I was sort of wondering. The bomb is still in the middle. They cleared up short. The way they're holding with Nex over here, you've got to wonder if they are going to end up going for the B-split push anyway.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be it. And it is, but there's a good setup here for Cloud9 as well. Point blank on the site, and Shroud gets the double kill. Hiko comes through, and he's not going to get more than that. But Hiko has stopped the push in from Upper Dark, so this is all down to Hiko now, alive behind the big box on the B site.
Has to come up big, and he will. About time he made up for that last round with a double kill. So that's going to save Cloud9, and now the money for PlanetKey is pretty bad. They have enough for an open, an AK, and then pistol armor on everybody else. They're gonna go for 2 AKs instead, apparently. Or is probably just gonna... Are they just gonna even out the money and fight for overtime? What? Okay, they will. That's a rare decision. Most teams don't really prefer to fight for overtime. Most teams just say, all right, we're just gonna, we're just gonna go for the win and hope that's it.
No, exactly. This is definitely an odd decision coming out here from PlanetKey. Kind of all or nothing. And this is... I mean, they're currently gathered up outside long. I'm curious if they're going to try and flash their way... What?
So GoTV skipped a couple of frames and nothing got a triple kill. Do apologize for that, guys. It's not something we can control. It's actually a bug that hasn't always been in GoTV, but it seems like in the last couple of patches it sometimes does this. So yeah, it was kind of almost an anti-eco round, so I guess it's not the worst time for it to happen, but still pretty annoying. Double ult being picked up by Cloud9 and into the 30th round. Let's see if the North American team here can actually come up with a victory in the European scene. That'd be good.
No. Look at how passively PlanetKey are holding this round, though. Really clever play from them. I mean, we can see some aggression from Semphis, who's pushed in to look towards Lower Dark, but this is still PlanetKey just holding so far back, all the way up in T-spawn, all the way up in top mid. They're showing nothing to Cloud9 right now. This is going to make Cloud9 a little anxious. Until Semphis runs into the door. And, okay, Sean Garris is there to save him, but what is going on right now?
They just have a lot of people spotting middle, including that one Semphis already sort of almost acting like bait in the middle, just catching everyone's attention. Shroud still staying alive in here, but look who's coming in from upper dark. It's Hiko. And if he can't catch a kill this time, I mean, we may have to fire him eventually, because this should be a pretty big opportunity. He's going to spray it down. He lands the headshot. Struxy's the only one left. Hiko doing the damage here, and he's going to throw out his rifle as a decoy and gets the kill on Strux. Interesting style, Hiko. It's going to be 16 to 14, and they will make it back. Hiko actually ended up on 24 kills, so we're just joking. He actually did play a pretty good game here.
Yeah, he did. Just it seems odd not to see it be, decisive, clean wins for Cloud9, seeing as how they're definitely top 2 in NA, and they're here boot camping in Sweden and Europe. So we expect a pretty high level from them. And when they don't deliver, you have those moments where you're like, I don't know, man, what is going on? So Cloud9, it was close. It was Dust 2, but they take the first map. And so this is actually going to be shaping up to be a pretty decent best of 3 here.
It will. That was their map pick as well. Now we're going to go on to Mirage. That's the second map here to see if PlanetKey can put us on to the third map, which will eventually be Inferno if it goes that far. Now, before we get there, guys, we're going to go for a quick break. Players need to stand up, and you guys should do that too. Get something to drink. It's only going to be about 5 minutes, so don't be gone too long, and then we'll be right back.